Oh, chat. Do you guys want to know? And I don't want to like super get into the habit of becoming. I don't want to become a remaster Andy, I guess, because that's what you guys will call. Oh, Cap G, all you do is remake your old videos. However, I feel like I made a video that didn't even really pop off, and now I look back at it and I'm like, man, that video was like it I don't want to. It's like it's fairly incomplete, and now I'm thinking like, dude, I got to double dip because there's like so much. There's more information that I found out now that I've like, and I guess I researched it before, but now I just like researched it even more. Just make them all HD. No, it's not G Hopper. It's Upper Deck versus Konami, chat. So I never knew, and maybe I'll just ask you guys. Do you guys know? First off, do you guys know why Upper Deck or why Konami cut ties with Upper Deck? Does anyone in chat know that? Like, let's just go back to 2008 when Konami announced they're taking the TCG from Upper Deck. Does anyone know why? Because of copyrights, remastered. No, we're not gonna remaster Yu-Gi-Oh! Pimp. We're gonna leave Amanda LaPalme alone. Hobby League cards making their own rules. It was because of claims of counterfeiting. It was because of claims, chat, that Upper Deck was printing counterfeit cards, right? And I didn't like, back when I was like playing back then, I was like, the counterfeit cards. Like, come on, you know a counterfeit card when you see it. I've never seen a counterfeit Upper Deck card. First off, chat, not only was that 100% true, but I actually know like the full source of it. I've got like video. There's like video evidence on YouTube of like the distributor that was like that was printing out essentially like fake Yu-Gi-Oh packs, and Upper Deck was the one who sent that distributor they were the ones who like sent those people the cards. You know what I mean? And in addition to that, I can't say 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure, chat, that Upper Deck employees stole Yu-Gi-Oh printing plates and took them to another printer so that they could print like their own cards essentially. Like that's also part of it. Like Upper Deck employees like stole printing plates, took it to another. That's why they hold on. Let me see. I can show you guys like a little example. Because I was doing a little research for my crime video. Let's see if it's in here. No, let's see. Crime, major crime. All right. I was doing a little research for like my crime video, and it happened to come up. Where is it? It should be in either crime or major crime. Wait, maybe it's on my downloads. Ah, here we go. This works. So like this is an example, chat. Like this is an example of like the what's it called, of like the real Yu-Gi-Oh card, and this is an example of like what Upper Deck was printing. And I'm not gonna lie, chat. Like if I opened the pack and this was in it, I probably wouldn't have noticed. Like I might actually just have some fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like this is not so obvious silver foil. Like, you guys know how many cards I have from, like, GX era and stuff? Like, there's a good chance, like, I got some fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've seen some of these with the silver rather than, like, the gold. I mean, this looks like a real Yu-Gi-Oh card to me. Like, I would not open this and be like, oh, this is fake. Like, no, this looks pretty good. You know what I mean? So, like, there are actual, like, examples. I'm 99% sure. Remake the Upper Deck video. That's what I'm thinking, chat. So, like, now I know, like, the hard proof and stuff like that. Associated, like the evidence that Konami essentially showed in court, chat, that got the injunction lifted, that got like basically that won the court battle. Cause do you guys know how much money? So what happened was, chat, when Konami announced that they were cutting all ties from Upper Deck, because it was technically a breach of contract. This is all stuff, again, I didn't know that, chat. Does anyone know? This is a different question. Does anyone know, chat, how much Upper Deck paid for the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, for the rights of Yu-Gi-Oh? Because this also blew my mind. Does anyone know how much Upper Deck paid? Probably a couple million. 15,000. Upper Deck died. They didn't die. They died for their own sins. What do you mean? Like they did that. 5 million, 10K. What? Oh man. You guys are thinking they paid $75 million for the fucking rights of Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is in 2002. I was like, what? They paid, Upper Deck paid Konami, chat, $75 million. And it was a 10-year deal, by the way. So it was a 10-year. Upper Deck was supposed to run the game, chat, all through 5Ds. I guess you could say up until like Zexal. They paid $75 million. It's the yeah. But they didn't know that then. Big Pimpin'. They didn't sign that deal after Yu-Gi-Oh broke the record. They signed that deal in 2002. Who the hell could have thought that Yu-Gi-Oh could be where it is in 2002, bro? LOB's coming out. Why would they print fake cards? I don't know if it was like Upper Decks. I think it was some rogue employees. Like it's hard to know. It's essentially like the motivation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it was all of Upper Deck, but like some employees 100% did it. Like they stole some of the printing plates, because there are people who have posted videos that show the packs with the fake cards in them. I mean, now you could say, yeah, 75 million looks cheap for Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, chat, to do that, to pay 75 million in 2002, like that number blew my mind, because I was like, you must have had some insane foresight to be like, we're gonna drop almost 100 million and we're gonna get all our money back and make a profit, because that's what you need to like do to justify that. 75 million in 2002 sounds fair. Nah, to me it sounds like Konami like giga fleeced them, because I mean, again, you're talking about a TCG, chat, that was like relatively unproven. You're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh in 2007 or 8 when it had already blown up and the anime with, you know, sold all of this, and you've had a couple of errors under your belt. Like, now you're talking about 02. Like, you are starting from scratch. You don't know if this damn game is going to be washed up after like 5 sets, chat. I mean, I guess you could say, well, it's got Konami. They're $1 billion company pushing it. They're not going to let it fail that quickly, but still. What even constitutes a fake card if it comes from Upper Deck not being on the original print, not being on the original, like the printing press that it's supposed to be on? Like, if you take those plates to another printing press, it's like, it's no different than, I don't know, bringing a random football game to like an NFL game. Like, it can be, you know, still a football or whatever, but if it's not 100% to the NFL specifications, it's not a legit football. You know, like that's how it is. Like, if you take the plates and you print it at a different printer and it's like super simple, but it's not exactly the same, like, it's not legal. You know what I mean? It's a money printer. Anyways, like, those are just certain things, chat, that I what's it called? And like, another thing that I forgot. So, do you guys know what Upper Deck Day is, chat? Any of you guys know what Upper Deck Day is? Upper Deck Day was crazy, by the way, chat. And I remember I really thought about going to it back when it happened, and I decided to go to a regional instead. And now I'm kicking myself, chat. So Upper Deck, after Konami won the injunction and they got Yu-Gi-Oh, chat, Upper Deck decided that they were going to host Upper Deck Day on the same weekend as the Crossroads of Chaos sneak peek, chat. So this shit's crazy. So Konami canceled. Konami was like, oh no, we don't want to like fight against the people who used to have the card, because like, us players, we still all know Upper Deck, right? It's like mommy and daddy is fighting, right? And like, mom's like, okay, we're going to this party, and then dad's like, and I'm having a party too, and we're gonna have unlimited cake and unlimited tacos, and you're invited, little Billy. You know what I mean? Like, that's essentially what it is. Like, your parents got divorced, and your mom's gonna take you. Your mom's having a birthday party for you. And then your dad shows up and he's like, oh yeah, at my party, you get to have horses and cake and like all this other shit. And then mom's like, fuck it, I'll just have my party next week then. Cause dad's trying to flex on me. But anyways, chat. So at Upper Deck Day was scheduled the same exact week. And this has to be out of spite. Upper Deck Day was scheduled the same exact weekend as the Crossroads of Chaos sneak peek. So Konami delayed the sneak peek because they're like, we don't want to fight against this. Let them have their cake. You know what I mean? So Upper Deck Day was a tournament hosted by Upper Deck. It was not obviously officially sanctioned because they didn't have any control over the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG at that point. Not only did they give away, and this kind of leads to the whole, like, they were printing fake cards, chat, because I kind of wonder. I'm like, so they were giving away Shrinks, Des Velgefs, and I believe Gold Sarcophaguses. And if you guys don't know the importance of those cards, all three of those cards were Shonen Jump prize cards. They were just giving them away at each Upper Deck Day location. And there was pretty much like 1 or 2 Upper Deck Days per state. Because I remember the Upper Deck Day in North Carolina was in Charlotte. Yeah, it was in Charlotte. And I've actually gone back on Pojo and I found some posts about them and stuff like that. So big states like California, they probably had maybe 3 of them or so. No, they weren't free. You had to, they were basically regionals, level 1. And if you got first place, you get a Gold Sarcophagus, which at its peak was like a $2,000 card. And in addition, chat, I'll explain that in a second. In addition, Upper Deck Day had a collective $250,000 prize pool, chat. So press 1 if this proves that Yu-Gi-Oh! Could have had insane prizing the entire fucking time. Upper Deck Day had a $250,000 prize pool. It's actually the only, I mean, again, it's not sanctioned, but it's the only cash tournament. I mean, I guess since ARGs, but they had a $250,000 cash prize pool, chat, which is insane. And that's what Upper Deck Day was. But it made me wonder, where they getting all these prize cards? Where all these prize cards pop up? Or did they print more? You know what I mean? But Jib asked why I didn't go. I don't know. There was I went to a regional, Jib, which obviously in hindsight was really, really fucking dumb. But it was you weren't playing then, Jib. It was weird. Again, it's mom and dad broke up. Which one's party are you going to? You going to mom's party or dad's party? That's it honestly felt like your parents were getting a divorce.